to know who's in first place in fantasy football league.
Well, we're both in the playoffs, CB.
Yeah, but my team put up a killer week so far. Even though it was only 3 games, my team put up quite the killer week.
Who'd you start?
I started the Seahawks. Defense. I unfortunately did start Dan Bailey, so that didn't go well. But I believe I. Give me 1 second. I'll get back to you.
All right.
Too many leagues.
Well, my Bay Area Bros are currently on top of California Faithful 16-10. Shout out to Brandon Marshall for all 4 points he got me. Thanks, Brandon Marshall. And Matt Prater, my boy, got me 12 points. So, shout out to him.
I'm already up 64-27 because I did bench Russell Wilson in favor of Drew Brees strictly because Drew Brees is playing the Steelers, so I like that matchup. DeMarco Murray got me 17, Calvin Johnson got me 26, and the Seahawks got me 17.
All right, so we'll see how that one turns out. Obviously, I'm rooting for Noah because I cannot have CB advance in the playoffs. But hopefully...
Because you know the fact that my bench quarterback is Russell Wilson and that Jordan Matthews, Mike Evans, and Mark Ingram on my bench, there's something wrong.
I'll be the first to admit CB has a far better team than me. So I'm hoping Noah will knock him out this round before I have to deal with him. I think I'll come away with the win easily over Jake Laker. No offense. Well, actually, a lot of offense because your team's terrible. But the Bay Area
Laker somehow pulls out a win every week without doing anything. I don't get it.
The Bay Area Bros are taking this home. I'm telling you. All right. So on to this week.
I don't know.
On to this week. We have the San Diego Chargers plus 6.5 at the Baltimore Ravens. That's at 1 o'clock. CB, you're going Ravens here. You're alone on this one. Tell me why.
I picked against the Ravens last week, and Justin Forsett decided to go off again, and he's been performing great for my other fantasy team. So I decided I'll just stick with him, and he's been doing great. I don't like how the Chargers have been playing at all lately. They haven't been the same Chargers from the start of the year. The Ravens have really been playing a lot better football of late. They kind of just destroyed New Orleans at New Orleans, which I didn't expect. So they're playing well. Plus, I get to go against you guys, which is always good. So I'm taking the Ravens.
All right, and Snowball?
Yeah, I'm going Chargers. I think the spread's too big. I think it's too much. I think the Ravens win by 3, so I'm going to go with Chargers in this one. Yeah, I haven't liked the way Phil Rivers has played, so I'm going to go Chargers. I'm going to go Chargers spread.
Okay. Serious question, have the Ravens played a close game all year?
I don't think so.
Maybe, I think their only close game is against Cleveland when Billy Cundiff decided to miss a bunch of field goals and pull the Billy Cundiff of the Ravens. But I think that's their only close game all year.
That might actually be true. I'm not sure about that. But I'm going Chargers here, not only because I'm rooting for the Chargers to win and the Steelers to take sole possession of the AFC North, but I think...
Wait till the Browns win. They're going to be in sole possession.
I'm not sure about that, but we will see. The Chargers, I feel like you said, CB, they haven't been the Chargers of old. I think they're due for a rebound. They're going into Baltimore. They have all that motivation, and even if they don't pull it out, I like the 6.5 point spread. So I'm rooting for the Chargers, but even if they don't get it done, it'll be close. So that's just me. Now, on this next game, Snowball has broken his promise to pick the Steelers in every game since he got that pick wrong. I believe it was against the Colts. So Snowball is going back on his word and picking the not the Chargers, the Saints. The Saints are +5 in Heinz Field against my Steelers. Now, this is not a homer pick at all, but I am picking the Steelers against the Saints. His Saints have been dreadful. But
yeah,
CB,
I'm going against my word because I have to beat you. So
okay,
go with Saints. Just pretty much go against you.
Okay, that's fair. Now, CB,
I'm not a homer, says the person with probably 3 Steelers fatheads right behind him.
Okay, right now. There are only 2 for the record. Heinz Ward and Jack Lambert got to represent those '70s titles. But CB, do you have a legitimate reason for picking the Saints, or is it just to go against me?
You know, I told myself I wasn't going to pick the Saints again after every time that I got them, but Don't they have to play like the Saints one of these games? I mean, seriously, I don't know what's happened. Doesn't the NFC North actually have to win an out-of-division game? Doesn't that have to happen at some point this year?
Well,
and
that
plus
is true,
going against
CB, but
also
the only
wrong.
problem with that is that the Saints play in the NFC South.
I say the NFC North.
Yes, you said the NFC North.
I said the NFC North, didn't I? Here come the jokes.
All right. Well, my point is that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have 2 wins on the season, and they're still only 2 games back in the division lead in the NFC South. I have absolutely no faith in the Saints because they lost at home versus the Bengals. They lost at home versus the 49ers. Didn't they lose at home again? I think it was a 3rd game. It's just not like the Saints. We're at the end of November. It's outside in Pittsburgh. Drew Brees is not going to perform that well. And Le'Veon Bell's been on a tear. I think the Steelers will easily take this game.
The Saints would like to make it interesting, at least, though, except for last week against the Ravens. They like to find new ways to lose on.
Oh yeah, it was the Ravens. My bad.
Drew Brees turnovers, late in games. They like to make it interesting, though. So I mean, 5 points is worth a shot.
And also, Mark Ingram he was terrible against the Ravens. So I don't know what's going on there. What was that?
I mean, last 2 weeks, even the week before, he missed 2 goal line carries, I believe, against
and fumbled on the 1-yard line. So
yeah, I can't recall who that game was against.
That was the Ravens last week.
No, the week before. I think it might have been against Houston where he was bad as well. But
all right. So again, I just have no faith in the Saints this week. Next NFC North game. I guess we're doing all the AFC North this week. Browns plus 3.5 at the Bills, 1:00. You guys are both picking the Browns. CB, you can tell me why.
The Josh Gordon effect was real. 17 targets last week, tied for the most in any single game by a receiver this year. That offense looked good. Even with Brian Hoyer playing bad, they found a way to win. I think with Josh Gordon now having probably the best receiver alongside him in his career, and that's funny to say that it's Andrew Hawkins, who is not nearly an upper echelon receiver. But that's by far the best wide receiver he's had alongside him in his career. Brian Hoyer is by far the best quarterback he's had thrown in his career. It's still funny saying that. But I think Josh Gordon's going to continue to have a monster game. And I think this offense is going to continue to look good. I mean, Crowell and West have been a nice running back tandem. As long as they don't turn the ball over more than 2 times, I think the team's going to win the game. Their defense isn't bad. The Bills haven't been playing as great with the exception of beating the Jets, which I'm pretty sure I could go out and do with you guys and a couple other kids we find on the way there. So I think that the Browns are going to take this game pretty easily.
All right. And Snowball?
Yeah, I'm going Browns. I think the win against the Falcons is really pumping up that team, really showing them that they have a chance to win.
Wait, hold up. Did you just say a win against the Falcons is pumping up a team?
It was a close win. It was a comeback. Brian Hoyer was clutch. I'm putting a lot of faith in the Browns. I think
the 4-win Falcons.
A team that we did not think they were going to be at this time of the year. Josh Gordon is looking really good not playing the first 10, 11 games or so. I forget. 12. I mean, they're just looking like a good team, and I really think they can beat the Bills. I really do. I truly believe it.
All right. I agree with you both. Josh Gordon is going to have a great game. I would be surprised if he didn't have at least 100 yards and a touchdown.
150 and 2 TDs for Josh Gordon this week. I'm not guaranteeing that, though.
I'm saying at least 100 yards and he's going to have 1 touchdown. But this game is more about the Bills for me. You know, they just came off a great win in Detroit with all those enthusiastic fans with free seats.
Whoa. Now we're calling a win over the Jets a great win. What is wrong with you?
It was 38-3.
It's still the Jets.
The Browns barely escaped the Falcons. But anyway, this Bills defense is great. Okay, I'm not saying that Kyle Orton's the best quarterback ever. Although I have said that a couple times.
Just a couple?
I have said that a couple times, and I'll admit I might have been a little bit wrong. But the Bills' defense is great. Okay, they're excited to get back home. And look, the Browns are a good team. I'll be the first one to admit it. I think they're a quarterback away from the Super Bowl. But the Bills are good too.
Wow.
The Bills have a great
quarterback away from the Super Bowl.
Yes, I firmly believe that.
That's a bold statement. I think they need a secondary wide receiver.
Okay. But at the same time, I think the Bills' defense is too good. They're emotional coming back home after that huge snowstorm. I think momentum is on the Bills' side. So I'm going Bills minus 3.5. And also, the Browns lost to the Jaguars, so they're not amazing. They're good, but they're not amazing. So next up, speaking of the Jaguars, we have the Giants minus 3.5 at the Jaguars. You guys are both picking the Giants. I think you're out of your minds. CB, tell me why
you're
I'm
out
wrong.
of your mind, Nick. How about that?
I
Okay.
also think another one of those things you said when Matt says never picking against the Steelers. Didn't he also say he was never picking the Giants again?
I don't think I said that.
I don't recall that.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. But either way, I just see the Giants losing the Jaguars here. Even with 3.5 points, if the Giants lost the Jaguars here, I think that would be a loss of epic proportions. And hearing the talk shows on Monday would be quite entertaining. But I just don't see it happening. Other than Denard Robinson, there's not that much in Jacksonville. Blake Bortles has no one to throw to after Allen Robinson got injured. Cecil Shorts has had a disappointing season, and so has Marquise Lee. I don't see them really putting up that much of an offense, that many points offensively. I don't think the defense is any good. I think Denard Robinson will probably have a good game. Giants have struggled against the run, but I just do not see them being able to score enough points.
Okay. That's fair. Snowball, why don't you defend your Giants?
It's the Giants, and
They're
I
great.
gotta
Yeah.
always go with the Giants, and the Jags are just so bad. They just have nothing on offense besides Denard Robinson. I'm really going to cry if the Giants lose. I'm not even joking. I will cry. The Jags are so bad. I was pumped seeing this in the schedule that we had the Jags and the Titans back-to-back. I still am. It's just they can't lose to the Jags. They just can't.
No, I would love to see them lose just to hear people calling in talk shows on Monday, because that would be the most entertaining thing ever. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, Mike Francesa is going to be answering a whole lot of stupid questions.
No, Mike Francesa will be yelling at callers saying something. I don't know.
Yeah, he always yells, "Calm down, Giants. You've 2 Super Bowls in the past 7 years." That's his favorite line, though. So.
All right, but let me tell you why the Jags will win. Okay, like you said,
you're calling an outright win here.
Yes, the Jaguars will win this game. I have no problem saying that at all.
Woo!
Like you said, I forget which one of you even said it, but the Giants have struggled against the run. The Jaguars have a great running game. Denard Robinson, is Storm Johnson still playing? I can't remember.
Not really.
All right.
Toby
Well,
Garrett's the back
he's still there. Okay, Blake Bortles isn't as bad as you think. He doesn't have a whole lot of targets. But Eli Manning, okay, the 49ers handed the game to the Giants. But Eli Manning said, "No, you take it. I'm good." The Giants are terrible unless Eli Manning throws it within 20 yards of Odell Beckham Jr., which I don't think he can even do. And Odell Beckham Jr.'s arm is just going to stretch out and catch it. Eli Manning is going to have a hard time not throwing to teal jerseys or whatever the Jaguars are wearing now. I think he's going to end up throwing it to them. Eli is going to throw at least 2 interceptions, and the Jaguars are going to win this game.
The Jaguars are home, so they'll be wearing white jerseys.
Black jerseys.
Wait, no,
Sorry.
you're wrong. I'm wrong.
I can't.
You're right. They'll be wearing teal jerseys.
I can't keep up with the Jacksonville uniforms. I'm sorry.
They're disgusting. Their helmets are the worst.
I actually like their new logo. I'm not gonna lie. And I like the white jerseys. Those are nice. All right, but finally, well, not finally, but our last AFC North game: Bengals minus 3.5 at the Bucks. 1 p.m. You guys are both going against me again. So, CB, why the
The
Bengals?
Bucks are a terrible team. They suck.
Yeah, I kind of liked going NC for